Hey viewers and vloggers, today is September 18th, 2016, and this is my 37 bi-weekly update. Let's get into it. So I am currently 37 weeks and 4 days. I'm in my 9th month, 3rd trimester, and about 93% complete with this pregnancy. Countdown is 2 weeks and 3 days, 3 Wednesdays, or 17 days. Baby size estimate is about the size of a tackle box, which is around, or like a little over 19 inches and a little over 6 pounds. So what's going on this week? This week I finally hit full term, yay! And it's also the Korean Thanksgiving holiday, and it's super busy during this time, so usually Americans just try to stay at home because we don't want to get stuck in the traffic, which is really bad usually. And oh, we installed the car seat this week, and this is actually Claire and I's last week at home, because depending on what the doctor says, we will be staying at the hotel near the hospital starting in my 38th week. So that is really exciting, and I'm actually pretty nervous. Like, I feel this pregnancy's gone by really fast, but now that it's at the end, it's going by like so, you know, everyone makes you believe that the last month goes by super slow, and with Clara it did, but this time it's like, you know that meme that's going around where Krusty the Krab is like this and it's like all dizzy around him? That's kind of how I feel. As far as baby goes, like I said, I'm just not going to be doing this part anymore because baby is really ready to go, just fattening up and prepping for birth. So what's been going on? My maternity robe came in and it's really pretty. I will show you it now. Also, the first part of our maternity pictures came back today, and I will show you a few of my favorite now. And lastly, I had a hospital scare on Wednesday, which was the day that I turned 37 weeks, and it was actually kind of weird. So I was just laying in bed taking it easy, like I said I was gonna do during my 37th week, and out of nowhere, I swear, I just got so dizzy. Like, the room started spinning and I just felt so sick and I wasn't quite sure what was going on. So I went to a local Korean hospital here, and they just couldn't really figure out what was going on, and they checked my pelvic region and said that I was a fingertip dilated, which isn't really that much. It's like the tip of your finger, like E. So they kind of kept me long enough to where I got dehydrated. So I was there for hours and they didn't give me anything to drink or anything like that, so I ended up actually getting dehydrated and contractions started. So they put me in an ambulance and they zoomed me off to my hospital in Seoul. And when I got there, I was just in so much pain and everything like that, and the baby's heart rate was concerning. So it wasn't as high as they wanted, and they were just kind of like, okay, we're gonna give you sugar and we're gonna give you an IV and stuff like that and just see if we can stop this, because, you know, it kind of seems like you're dehydrated and it's putting baby in distress. So here I am, like, kind of freaking out, but I didn't want to say anything to anybody else because I didn't want them freaking out. So it was just like kind of freaky, but with the IVs and the with the fluid, excuse me, and the sugar soda that they gave me, I actually was able to feel better. Baby's heart rate picked back up and everything was totally fine. I'm so thankful for the staff at my hospital because they are amazing, and the whole time they kept me calm and they didn't freak out. I didn't freak out. Well, I did freak out, but you know, like, it wasn't like I'm gonna die or anything like that. So it was really nice to have staff that just like completely made me feel like it was okay that I came in and that, you know, they were able to stop something that was pretty scary. So before I left, they did another pelvic exam, and since, you know, they're American, it was easier to understand. So I went from a fingertip dilated to 1.5 centimeters dilated from the time I left the emergency room in the Korean hospital to the time they checked me right before I left labor and delivery at my hospital. So about, I want to say like a few hours or something like that. I'm not sure. I couldn't remember. But anyway, so I went from a fingertip to 1.5 centimeters dilated. That's actually pretty cool. And I'm 75% effaced. And baby is really low and putting a lot of pressure on my pelvic bones. Yeah, so that's pretty much my progress cervically. And then next week I'm supposed to get checked again. And I'll be updating sooner with that because now that I'm nearing the end, I don't really want to chance making the midweek videos and then I just never make it to that week because I'm not pregnant anymore. So yeah, because being 75% effaced and almost dilating and stuff like that, like that's, well, almost dilating, I'm a little bit dilated, and granted people can stay that way for weeks, but my doctor is really not thinking I'm going to make it that much longer, so that's exciting. But yeah, so carrying on with this update, let's talk about symptoms. So I'm having a lot of pelvic pressure, but like I said, that's because baby's dropping even further now. And so I'm getting a lot of pelvic pressure, and that squeezing that I was talking about in the last video, it's because of that, because baby's just sitting right there putting all their weight just ready to come. And I have noticed that my heartburn has increased. Like, it used to be like very rare, but now it happens almost every day. And thank goodness for Tums, because if it wasn't for Tums, I would not be a very happy person. I've also noticed that I'm eating more, but I'm not exactly gaining. And that's a symptom of like labor being near, is when you get really, really hungry, but you're not exactly gaining. I'm extremely hormonal. And I actually have decided to take like a step back from social media in general and just kind of focus on what makes me happy, which is my personal life. So I've just been spending more time with people that matter to me and stuff like that in a more personal sense, and kind of staying away from Facebook. And the reason why is because there's so many differing opinions on Facebook, and there's so many people that want to warn you about things that end up really scaring you, that I just would rather distance myself from it, because I don't want to become, I don't want my hormones to make me somebody that I'm not, because some people think that hormones don't have that big of an effect on somebody, but they actually really do. Like, when I give birth, the high hormones I've been experiencing are gonna plummet down to non-existent, so I'm gonna have even more of a harder time and even more of a struggle to react and think, you know, clearly on things. So in order to just kind of eliminate the chances of postpartum depression, all that other stuff, I just feel like I really need to take a step back and kind of reevaluate myself, and doing the mature thing to me. The mature thing to me is removing myself from the situation before I become a toxic person, because I realized that I was starting to get really frustrated at things that normally I would just shrug off. So like I said, you know, it's just a time in my life where I just need to take a step back. Okay, so carrying on with symptoms, I'm having increased back pain, and like I said, that is also due to baby dropping. And I'm very exhausted, but I want to nest all the time. Like, I'm so tired, but I'm like, oh, we have to do this and this and this and this, and I think I'm just panicking, but it's like this internal feeling of needing to do stuff. It's just really weird. As far as cravings go, so I'm craving pretty much the same stuff. Spicy, chicken and mashed potatoes, and lots of fluids. I just want to constantly be drinking water and stuff, which is kind of weird because I usually hate water, but what can I say? Alright, so that includes my update for this week. I'm going to show you my belly, and then that will be the end of this video. Alright, so there you have it. That is my belly for the 37th week. I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.